The following is a special presentation exclusively on Time Warner Cable. Brought to you by Roadrunner High Speed Online, Golden Empire Transit, Crab Radio, and Fox Sports Radio.
We have a big family, and it's hard getting together sometimes. Now they get runs on Sundays, we can meet for lunch and do some shopping.
Make life a little easier and ride Get any day of the week.
I love my job, but getting here and home used to be difficult. Now that Get runs later at night and on weekends, my life is a lot easier.
Make life a little easier and ride Get evenings and weekends.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
Roadrunner works instantly. All the speed and power makes research for school so much faster. On a dial-up service, everything moves in slow motion. In fact, my friends who have dial-up come to my house. We do things that are flat out impossible on dial-up. With Roadrunner, everything happens like that. Video and sound clips make the complex clear.
Okay, Houston, I'm on the board.
Hey, we aced the final. Beep, beep, beep.
Get free Roadrunner installation from Time Warner Cable.
Fox NFL Sunday, this is our first day.
We are saying thank you to one of the greatest hockey players ever to play the game.
For the third time in a row, they're the world champions.
The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
Time Warner Cable. Roadrunner High Speed Online. Golden Empire Transit. Crab Radio. And Fox Sports AM 800. Present the High School Football Game of the Week.
Good evening from Centennial High School. Welcome to the Prep Football Game of the Week. I'm Mark Heffernan. Tonight, the Centennial Golden Hawks scored 2-on-1. Host the 3-0 BHS Rollers, a top-ranked team in the Central Section. Brian Adams will join me in just a moment. Here's Kevin Clifton.
Thanks, Mark. Roadrunner High Speed Online is proud to sponsor the Roadrunner Speedster of the Week Award. Each week, including tonight, we'll select an outstanding player based on hustle and speed. Speed that made a difference in the outcome of the game. At the end of the game, we'll present that player with a plaque and this shirt. They'll also get their picture on the Roadrunner webpage. If you go to TimeWarnerBakersfield.com, you'll be able to see game highlights as well as pictures of past Roadrunner Speedster of the Week winners. So stay tuned and see who this week's Roadrunner High Speed Online Speedster of the Week will be. Thanks, Mark.
The Centennial BHS tonight on CNNSI, Time Warner Cable Channel 31, Digital Cable 106.
You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on Time Warner Cable.
Seems every day someone promises you a faster way to the internet. But when it comes to delivering serious speed, no one can touch Roadrunner High Speed Online from Time Warner Cable. Instead of high-speed hype, get Roadrunner for a high-speed service that's easy to get, easy to use, and actually delivers high speed.
Get free Roadrunner installation from Time Warner Cable.
Roadrunner High Speed Online. Let's go.
Fox NFL Sunday, this is our first day.
We are saying thank you to one of the greatest hockey players ever to play the game.
For the third time in a row, they're the world champions.
The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
My friends and I ride Get all the time. We don't like to hassle our parents, and we definitely don't want to stay home. Get takes us where we want to go.
Get where you want to go with a Flash Pass, only $25 a month.
We ride Get to keep up with our busy lives. We run all our errands in the same day and save money with the day pass. Get even runs late at night and on weekends.
Ride all day for only $1.75 and save money with Get's Day Pass.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
Well, Centennial High Golden Hawks host the BHS Drillers tonight in what they call a Battle of Bakersfield. Centennial 2-on-1, BHS 3-0. Both teams like to run the ball. Both have a great defenses. The key guys for BHS are running back Thomas Stansel and wide receiver Blake Mackey. And, of course, Centennial has a couple of great backs, but the Golden Hawks have the advantage in size up front.
Yeah, the Golden Hawks have to stick to what their strength is, and that's their linemen and their front seven that's wearing you down offensively and defensively. However, tonight's game is going to be a big test for them because they're going to meet a team with great speed on the outside, and that's something they haven't seen yet this year.
What do you think about the game this evening, though?
I think tonight's the keys for Centennial are to eliminate their mistakes, to get a couple of fumbles or interceptions if they can, and to control the ground game and control the clock. For BHS, the keys are simply to get the ball on offensively to the guys that have been doing it for you for the last 2 years, and Stansel and Mackey. But defensively, I think BHS has overlooked a lot of times. And with Rashawn Vircher anchoring that defense, they're one team to play with.
Centennial blew an 8-point lead last week in Ty Close was 2020. BHS ran past, made some big plays as they defeated Buchanan 28-7.
Oh, this BHS team is looking like a signature BHS team. Great defense with explosive offensive players. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep making turnovers to use their advantage in the outside with the speed.
That's Brian Adams. I'm Mark Heffernan. Coming up next, the Prep Football Game of the Week. Centennial BHS on CNNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
On paper, a DSL online service looks tempting. Problem is, you have to qualify to get it. With Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable, there are no mysterious qualifications. It's easy to get. But if you enjoy crashing headlong into roadblocks, try DSL. If you like to keep things simple, call for Roadrunner.
Get free Roadrunner installation from Time Warner Cable.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Let's go.
The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
And a plus good evening from Centennial High School Golden Hawks Stadium on a beautiful night at Northwest Bakersfield. The battle of Bakersfield between the Golden Hawks and the BHS Drillers.
And this has been the big battle for Bakersfield for the last few years. These teams dominate their respective leagues, and here tonight they're going to head it off.
And Centennial kicks off in quarter number 1. BHS with white, blue jerseys. Centennial in red and gold. Nice return up to about the 21-yard line. And as usual, we have a carnival-like atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, you can feel the electricity in the air here tonight. You have Centennial Golden Hawks doing a good job of coverage. Stop Max from making a real big return. And let the defense set the table for them.
We talked about briefly prior to the game. The Golden Hawks have the size advantage up front. BHS may have the speed advantage throughout the contest.
Yeah, and that's what Centennial's been their strength is their front seven. They're going to have to be here tonight and be the strength and lead this team tonight to a victory.
Young Dover, the quarterback, Thomas Stansel. The running back, Ross Vircher, is about 225 pounds. He's a great two-way player for BHS.
Yeah, Vircher really is just a monster out there. He's real physical, he's aggressive, he's quick, and he's the leader, you know, on that defense. And you see right there, he's also a leader by lead blocking for Stansel.
He definitely brings a load. 2nd and 5 for BHS on the first offensive play. BHS on the far side, Centennial in front of us. This series is tied at 3 wins apiece. BHS won last year after the Golden Hawks had won 3 consecutive times. Throws with 2 receivers wide to the left. Vircher Stansel on the back behind Dover. Dover to throw, steps up. Long down the right sideline, single coverage. Incomplete, no flag. On Mr. 2, Blake Mackey.
And right there, that was good defensive by the defensive back right there. You know you have a speed guy. He's looking to come out early and make a big play. Which is a driller trademark. They try to go up top a lot. But you see right there, he had good coverage and just got in the way and shielded the man from the ball.
Ryan Alexander on the coverage number 4 for Centennial. Blake Mackey runs a 40 in about 4.2 or under.
Let's be safe and say 4.3. We would hate to make, underestimate him, but 4.3 would be safe.
Okay, 3rd and 5. Well, the drillers at their own 26-yard line. Dover back to throw over the middle. Pass complete. First down and more. Midfield 50. To Centennial territory, the 42-yard line. Number 10. Michael Cooper.
And there's a penalty flag on the ground, too. But right there, you see Cooper. He catches the hook and makes a good move upfield and picks up positive yards and puts the ball in Golden Hawk territory.
And he can run with the ball if he catches it. Nice protection, good throw, and run by Cooper.
And that's where BHS is going to try to go and really have the advantage is their receiving core against that secondary. And the secondary for the Golden Hawks is going to have to step up. But a penalty right there against the Drillers moves the ball back, and they lose about half the yardage. Right there, it's a good hook route. He goes back to meet the ball. Safety's out of position. He turns it up. And right here, he just tries to get through, and it's a good touchdown-saving tackle right there.
Well, there was a personal foul against BHS. Now the Drillers back at their own 44-yard line.
And it was 2 years ago here when we saw personal fouls on BHS really cost them a game.
Pitch back Thomas Scancer looking for the hole, cuts back. Out across the 45 to about the 47, about a gain of 2 or 3 yards for Thomas Scancer, number 5. He along with Keller Williams of Centennial, 2 of the top runners in the area.
And they're 2 distinctly different styles, too. You know, Stansel is more of a speed guy. He does hit the hole. He's not afraid to run inside, where Keller Williams has a lot of his work in between tackles and making a guy miss here or there. And Montgomery opens up great holes for him, too. So
Keller had a huge game last week, 248 yards.
And he's a great back, and he's been Speedster of the Week before, too.
Yes, he has. Lateral pass off to right to Blake Mack in midfield 50. Tries to cut back and drop. He'll be shy of the first down by about 2 yards. Brandon Whitton making the tackle for Centennial, number 42.
Now just a nice, safe receiver screen play with one receiver blocking. As we'll see right here, Dover steps back, throws to Mackey. Mackey's going to get out here, gets his block by Cooper. And right there, he's going to pick up the first down. We really can't see the end of it, but you'll see him coming to play just short of the first down.
So 3rd and 3 for the Drillers in Centennial territory at 48-yard line. Virtual scouts back there. Centennial showing blitz. Movement up front. The Golden Hawks say it's against BHS. Well, of course they would.
And they're right on that one as you have the offensive line for BHS on the left side moving. You know, and on offense, you know, you really don't want that to happen. You know when the huddle with the county is, you have to concentrate and wait for that quarterback to snap the ball and go.
So from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8 for BHS. 9:38 to play in the first quarter. Tim Hartnett, the head coach of the Drillers. Brian Nixon in his first year as head coach of Centennial. Big shoes to follow.
And so far, he's done an excellent job with this team. He's continued his tradition, and he has the players ready to play, and that's what counts.
So down for the Drillers. Dover stepping back on the 40-yard line. Over the middle, complete to Cooper. He should have the first down if it gets a forward progress to the 44-yard line, Golden Hawk territory. Nice route, good catch.
Well, that's almost an exact replica of the play Cooper made for a big play, and he puts another big first down for the Drillers. And right here, we'll see the pass coming in, and it's another hook route right around the linebacker, and that linebacker has to be aware of what's coming around him. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, they're going to be running right around your zone. He has to have his helmet swivel and bust his butt to get out there to that area. Whew.
1st and 10 for BHS at the Golden Hawk 44. Two receivers wide right. Cooper in motion. Behind Dover looking right. The pass complete to the far side. Shirley breaks the tackle. 35. Puts his head down to the 30-yard line. First down for BHS.
And right there, Shirley, he's one of the guys that I like. I've had a chance to see a couple of highlights, and I think he's really the unsung hero of this team. He's a great two-way player. Right here, you're going to see his desire to to get through right there as a run through a tackle. And right now he's going to put his head down and pick up the first down. That's what you see. He's a big physical receiver with a lot of talent, and you should hear a lot of good things this year from that young man.
Broke the tackle, Kevin Savanaka, of Centennial. 1st and 10 BHS. Mack in motion. Berger up the middle. Powers his way to about the 25. He brings the load at 225 pounds. He's bigger than most of Centennial's linebackers.
Yeah, he's a good size back. We talked about him earlier in the opening. And he doesn't get the ball too often. When he does get it, he's productive.
So tonight, BHS has used Cooper, Vercher, Stansel, Mackey, and their ability to just copy the other pass. They've utilized at least 5 players so far tonight on offense. Showing the balance.
And that's the good thing that the BHS team should do is if you have those many weapons, you need to put them all in place so they have a lot of things to think about.
Stansel head in the backfield. Dives forward for a gain of maybe a half yard. Great pursuit by Centennial as we try to cut back against the green.
Yeah. And right there we see Big Fiddlemeyer in there, and he's really the strength of that line. He's another great two-way. We're talking about two-way players. There's numerous great two-way players out in this field tonight. So everybody at home is getting a treat watching these young men.
His brother plays at Sacramento State, former Centennial High Golden Hawk. 3rd and a long 4 for BHS at the Golden Hawk 25. Over the front of the defense. Cooper in motion. Castle low high. Picked off by Alexander. To the 40 down the sideline. 40 out of bounds. So the Golden Hawks come back the other way.
And I talked about earlier, they had to get turnovers, and that's their first big turnover right there. Slant move comes in. Alexander gets the tip ball by Mackey and picks it right here. Dover puts the ball a little high, but still there. Mackey just misses it right there. It's a little high, but he misses it, and it goes right to Alexander in the right place. And he takes it on it back down and puts the ball now short field for the Golden Hawks. And you're putting the ball in 2 lethal backs right now, Montgomery and Williams. So we'll see what happens.
2 of the best backs in the area on one team. Montgomery, the fullback, 34. Keller Williams, the tailback. Ahead of our flag, Jeff Crosby, the quarterback for Centennial. The Golden Hawks this year have rushed for 678 yards. They passed for 304, so that's just under 1,000 yards. They scored 78 points. Defensively, they allow only 335 on the ground, 239 through the air for 574 yards and 27 points. So you take a look at BHS's defense. Probably just as impressive, if not more impressive. BHS has only allowed 13 points this year.
Well, I think one of the things that you know, we talk about the driller defense, but Coach Harnett has anchored that defense since the late 80s. And since the late 80s, he's had great defensive ball clubs there, and he continues to keep that tradition going around.
I made some big plays last week against Buchanan. Pitch back. Keller Williams, 35, cuts back. Oh, he's hit hard. Number 3 for the driller. Daniel Barbell. That was a nice stick by a very tall, lanky player for BHS.
And that's your free safety, and that's what you want your free safety to do. Your linebackers move the play out to the outside, and Ravel came and just really gave him a licking. But as we've seen, Kelly Williams is a big back, and he can take those lickings as much as give one out.
Barbell 6'3". Nice hit. 2nd down and 14 for the Golden Hawks. Alexander wide right. Williams and Montgomery behind Jeff Crosby, the receiver to the left. Bishop's linebackers about 5 yards up the line of scrimmage. Play action, Crosby to throw. Looks long for Alexander, incomplete. Dover on the coverage, Matthew Dover. One-on-one coverage.
Yeah, Dover one-on-one. And you know when you play defensive back for Coach Harnett, you're going to have to man up and shut your guy down every once in a while. He likes to mix the coverage up, but right there, Alexander has a step. The ball's thrown a little bit shorter. It's a big play for the Golden Hawks.
Jeff Crosby is only 5'9", so BHS needs to come in at them, put their hands up, try to flush him out of the pocket.
Yeah, and we've seen Centennial already once this year, and they will move him out to give him room to throw the ball. So they do a good job of recognizing that and getting him in space to make some nice throws.
3rd long for the Golden Hawks to throw on 45-yard line. Dover play action, looking left of the screen. The pass complete to Keller Williams, 45 to the 40. Going on its own, speed, that's it. First down. And here comes Light Flag, Bercher to the tackle, and Keller Williams to show some acceleration.
Yeah, and that was a tight end screen to Seeley's right there, and he did a great job of just catching the ball, setting his man up and going outside. But as you see, when I'm talking about Bercher, here he goes. he trails and stays a touchdown.
And that's a clip against Centennial.
Well,
they'll bring it back.
On both opening drives for both teams, we've seen them both have penalties that have disturbed both of these drives. And neither team can afford to have that tonight.
Because the other team will take advantage of it. Third and very long for the Golden Hawks. 6:03 to play in the first quarter. No score between Centennial and Bakersfield High School. From Golden Hawk Stadium in northwest Bakersfield.
And this is a third and long situation against a good pass coverage defense. A lot of times in the college and program, you'll see them just do a draw play at this point in time just for field position and not turn the ball over.
Alexander wide for the Golden Hawks. Crosby, long count. Looking to the side. Throws it high and deep for Alexander. Double covered, incomplete. Covered by the protected Barbell and Dover. And he was threw it up in the air for grab. Punting time for the Golden Hawks.
And it looks right now like Centennial is going to go after Dover. That's 2 pass plays in a row that they went after. So it is hard net as defense holds up with the 8 of some penalties. But again, that's part of football. Both teams had a heavily penalized series.
Going after Dover. Garrett White, high snap punting for Centennial. Partially blocked off the side of his foot. Matthew Dover with the reception. BHS and Golden Hawk territory inside the 35-yard line. Matthew Dover, the short man, tucked that one out of the air, and BHS in business.
There they are. Short field again. Offense is coming out. They want to establish the running game. I mean, that's the power of the drillers. They have that running game. And they're going to have to figure out a way to do it because the front line for Centennial is good against that run. They're going to make it difficult.
Okay, so the drillers have the Golden Hawk 35-yard line after a deflected punt. The motion Cooper. Thomas Cancel tries to slice through a hole. Gets him momentarily. 30-yard line. Close to the first down marker. How did he get through there?
Well, right there you see Stanfield. He is going to do it with a lot of good backers do. They keep their legs turned over. And if you don't wrap up and drive and hold them, they will break through from time to time and make those kind of plays. Here he is right here. He's hitting the middle of the line, but he doesn't stop. Guys are just falling off of him. Nobody's wrapping up. They're just coming, trying to make a big hit, and he almost picks up the first down.
So the drillers off the Golden Hawk 25-yard line, 5:25 to play in the first. McElroy left. Now to our quarterback, Scansel powers his way to about the 21-yard line. Down the offensive line, most of the guys range between 210 and 220 for BHS up front.
And, you know, even though they're not that big this year, they will execute. That's one thing of a Hardnet trademark of a Hardnet team. That offensive line will execute. They're going to get on their blocks and use their quickness and try to hit the hole and let the backs hit the holes quick.
Marcus back there for BHS Dover. He'll throw, pass complete to Mackey, tries to cut back. He does to the 15. Look at his speed, 10-yard line, thrown out of bounds. And it should be a first down for BHS, first and goal. Backman number 12 for Centennial, that will be Matt Vance.
And now we're going to see Mackey, we see him run a slant, a deep route, a quick screen. Now he does a quick out. Defender's playing off. Good job offensive coordinator recognizing that. Gets the ball to his playmaker. And right here does a good job of controlling himself and then making the guy miss. And Alexander misses right there, then he picks up a pot of yards for another first down.
Over to Scansel up the middle, to the 5, running hard, close to the goal line. He's 160 pounds. He runs like he's much bigger than that. Has great acceleration. Thomas Scansel.
Well, he just runs hard. You watch him hit the holes. Last year did the same thing. He always hits the hole going 100 miles per hour, and that's the key to him maybe not being that big in stature to being powerful.
Also the driller, second and goal at the Golden Hawk 1-yard line. Don Dover, quarterback sneak. He's hit hard. He probably didn't make it. I don't think he went forward at all. Well, third and goal. So the drillers maybe picked up a couple of feet on that play.
Yeah, He didn't get too far over on that one.
Well, the Golden Hawks will pick up front. Goal was only about 165 pounds.
Third and goal from the 1-yard line.
I think BHS is in two-down territory. Third and goal. Moving in the backfield. I think that Berkshire moved too early for BHS before the snap.
Leading procedure penalty against Bakersfield.
So the drill is a little bit anxious here. At second and goal. Grover will stop his line. Berkshire moves quickly.
Yeah.
Now we have a third goal situation.
Yeah, Berkshire kind of moved up a little bit. The only thing he could have done with what you'll see sometimes in college and pro is you get taught as you go to a different higher level is when you move like that as a fullback, just keep going and just go to the sideline because you can go in motion from that play and it wouldn't have been. But when he goes up and then sits back, after that it's a penalty on him.
Mackey wide left to the cover by Alexander for Centennial. Third and goal from the 6 for BHS. Berkshire scans the back behind Dover. Mackey in motion. Alexander on the coverage. Dover. Bootleg to his left. It's open, but throws to the end zone. Oh, it's dropped! I think Dover could have run it in. Nobody was in front of him.
And that's Chambers, their tight end and outside linebacker. You know, you'll see right here with the ball. Now right here, he's right there. Running with the ball. You're in the end zone, just stop and catch it. You don't have to run anywhere, don't take any steps. Just stop and bear hug that ball, and you got a touchdown. And that's
how wide open can you be? I thought that Dover could have ran it in for the score.
And he had two options, but I mean, you throw the ball, you're tight end, he's got to make that play for you.
Wow.
And Centennial does a big bullet, and they maybe does another one if this kick isn't any good.
While Selma's trying to field goal for BHS, it'll be about a 22-yarder. Kick is up. It looks straight, it's good. So BHS comes away with 3 points. Should have had 7, though. 2:48 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, and in this game, only get up 3 points from being second and goal for 1 is a great victory. You know, over the course of this war they're going to play tonight, it's a great victory on that one battle because going down 7-0, you got to come back and score because if BHS comes out again, they can rack up points real quick. At 3, you can come back in. If you score, you're 7-3. If you keep a field goal, you're tied up, and it's just like the beginning of the game.
Well, the Golden Hawks somewhat dodged a bullet as BHS began that drive at their 35-yard line. The key was second and goal. Dover gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Berkshire moves through. We have third and goal from the 6 and then drop pass in the end zone. They come away with a field goal at least. So from that standpoint, BHS comes away with 3, but Centennial feels pretty good about only being down 3-0.
Well, you have to. You know, as a coach, anytime a team's 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1, 3rd and 5 from the goal line, and you walk away, hey, I kicked 3 points. I mean, that's a victory for you.
Remember, BHS has been inside Hawk territory twice in the game. Earlier, the pass a little bit high, went through the hands of Mackey. Alexander brought it back close to midfield, but the Golden Hawks had a key penalty in that series.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the punt was partially blocked. Matthew recovered it in Centennial territory, so BHS, the lowest sharper offensively in Centennial so far.
In spots. I think BHS has been a little raggedy with some penalties that you shouldn't have at this point. The procedure penalties you should not have by game 4 of the season.
They got a spot of leg. Williams takes it 5 to the 10-yard line. 15. Cuts back to the 20. Powers his way about 23. Keller Williams always picks his holes so easily.
He's such a very patient runner with the ball. He doesn't seem like he's rushing. You know, he just kind of waits, and you kind of make a move. He darts in here. He darts back outside. And again, I think another thing that he doesn't, we don't realize sometimes how powerful he is. He is a good-sized kid for a high school kid, and he is powerful and can run through some tackles as well.
Think about him, he has excellent acceleration. When he sees an opening, he really can bust into it.
Yeah.
Just run on the outside very quickly. Very deceptive runner, I would think, if you were playing defense against him.
Yeah, he's, you know, any of those elusive guys, Kane himself, stands for those very hard players to tackle.
Mike Montgomery back there, number 34, with Keller Williams, who's in motion. Jeff Crosby at QB. Montgomery, the power back, tries to bounce off and throw him to the 21-yard line. We'll see what his forward progress was. Montgomery averaging over 4 yards to carry, a 3-year player for Centennial, fullback.
Yeah, he's a tough, durable player too for him, and he gets those yards, those rough yards, a lot of players don't want to get. And you see right there, there's 3 guys just to tackle him. So he's a difficult man to bring down.
He's about to throw it to the Bulldog. And if you keep too much on Kelly Williams, Montgomery can hurt you. Doesn't quite have the speed, but he's very quick out of the backfield. 2nd and 10 for Centennial. Crosby looking right, the pass complete. Right to the 32-yard line. Short gain. Barkel over there with Matthew Dover. And Watson for BHS.
And once again, they're going at the Dover side. I'm going to tell you, Varvell is a physical safety we're seeing right now. Watch him come up out of this play and just make a hit. Woo. I mean, he's coming in and he's trying to put some pad on some people. So I know Coach Hartnett's loving a safety like that.
Your main man's out there for BHS, number 77, Calvin.
And Calvin, there's your size right there for your defensive line, and you know he can get in there. We've seen him plug up some holes, so he's also another good player for the drilling.
Some of the members for their support, and these members will receive a free sandwich and drink at the Booster Cafe. Tickets are available at the press box.
The Golden Hawks look to be a little bit short. 1-5-3 to play in the first quarter, 3-0 BHS over Centennial.
And I think right here is a big play for Centennial. They really need to pick up the first down and chew up some clock. They don't want to get in a situation where they're getting the ball back over and not getting the first down and moving the ball. Because you don't want to keep putting the BHS Driller offense out there on a tired defense.
Please come get your tickets in the press box.
A short situation for the Golden Hawks. Crosby, Montgomery Williams, White on offense for the Golden Hawks. Long count by Crosby. Kelly Williams, first down. And up to about the 34-yard line off the left side. Kelly Williams, 248 yards last week. Averaging over 6 yards to carry, 4 touchdowns in all.
Yeah, and right there, Montgomery, again, the lead blocker, slams in there, picks off the blitzing linebacker, and Kelly goes ahead and picks up the first down.
Mike does a lot of so-called dirty work in the backfield for Centennial. First and 10 for the Golden Hawks. Tillmeyer 6'4", 300, right offensive tackle for Centennial. As Williams tries to fly off a couple of tacklers, the BHS up to the task.
You know, but that's how Centennial does. They just kind of punch it in there and punch it, and then before you know it, they've worn you down. And in the third and fourth quarter, fourth quarter, these guys start busting big runs, 10, 15, 20 yards on you.
The offensive line begins to wear down the defense.
I'll tell you this, as they're passing, they look like they're going exclusively to Dover side, so if they're going to pass, I look forward to come out here to near us on the right side.
2nd and 8 formation for the Golden Hawks. Crosby pitched back to Kelly Williams. Great pursuit by BHS, and a weapon for a loss. Riley came up.
And again, that's Bertrand. You know he comes with it. And I tell you, Varvell's coming from that safety position, and he'll see both of them come up right here.
Wow.
The V boys right there just knocking Williams down to the ground, and he doesn't go down that easy, so that's a really good hit.
Bartel shaking up just a bit, Brian, as he limps off the field number 3 for BHS, but he has been very impressive in the first quarter tonight.
Yes, he has, and he's going there to Joe Augusto, the trainer that's been on that driller sideline for a few times, and Big Joe will get you back on the field if he's able.
After one, BHS 3, Centennial nothing on the Prep Football Game of the Week on CMNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
On paper, a DSL online service looks tempting. Problem is, you have to qualify to get it. With Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable, there are no mysterious qualifications. It's easy to get. But if you enjoy crashing headlong into roadblocks, try DSL. If you like to keep things simple, call for Roadrunner.
Get free Roadrunner installation from Time Warner Cable.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Let's go.
The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular stat psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
We begin the second quarter of action from Golden Hawk Stadium at Centennial High School on a beautiful evening in northwest Bakersfield. Bakersfield High School 3, Centennial nothing, Brian.
And right now, again, third down in long 12, and we'll see what they can do.
Great pursuit by E. Johnson for BHS on Crosby, the quarterback. A flag is down. He was in there very, very quickly. It was a passing situation for the Golden Hawks, and BHS knew it.
Motion penalty against Centennial.
Motion penalty against Centennial. Decline by BHS. Fourth down, Centennial.
Well, Centennial defense, you know, you hope the offense can move the ball a little bit and got some first downs and maybe you put up some points or so, but right now you got to get a punt off because the last one was almost blocked, so with the high snap, so we'll be interested to see what happens in this one.
Garrett White standing back to his own 10-yard line for Centennial. His last punt partially blocked. Taken out there by Matthew Dover at the Golden Hawks 35-yard line. Blake Mackey, the deep man for BHS. He'd like to have a chance to show his speed, showcase his acceleration as he stands back to the 23-yard line. I'm sure there are a few college scouts in attendance tonight.
He's one of the ones you want to see.
Beautiful punt.
He's going to get a chance to run right here.
Mackey takes it. 27-yard line, coming to his right. See the coverage, 30-yard line. Down the sideline, stays the board. Goes for 50. Oh, perfect. Touchback 30. Oh! Goes down to 27-yard line. Nice tackle by the punter as Mackey tried to hold over him.
Well, I know Coach Oliver was going to be teasing him for a while, getting tackled by the punter in open space right there now. Right here, he's going to use the speed. As a punt returner, you want to kind of loop back like you're running track like he does right there because it just gives you enough room to get to the sideline. Right there, he's going to cut it up, does a good job not going out of bounds. But right here, he's one-on-one with the punter. And he kind of dips in, the punter doesn't kind of go for it, he just runs into him. So, good play by the punter, but he will get teased next week about being tackled by the punter in open field.
Out of the 27-yard line. Stance on the backfield. Tries to power his way to about the 24, driven back. The BHS has had a field position tonight against the Golden Hawks, leading 3-0. They've been in Golden Hawk territory 3 times tonight, but only have 3 points so far.
And basically what happened right there is that's what skill players do for you. They make big punt returns or kickoff returns. Like last week, they had a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Right.
And they put the situation where you have a short field, and with their talent, you just can't keep going like that and have a chance to really play with this team.
After the drill is a 2nd and 9 situation. The Golden Hawk 25. Matthews over wide right. Cooper Mackey to the left. Cooper in motion. Stands running back. Play action. Go wrong to his left. Lobs it complete. Number 4 on the backfield. Tackle neatly. At the 24-yard line, Marcus Scott.
And right there, I thought Dover made a good decision. He's rolling out to his left. He was looking for Mackey on that corner route. The corner route was blanketed. And he just dumped the ball off to his safety valve, the fullback right there, for a pickup of about 5 yards.
For the Golden Hawks, on the line playing tonight, Jeff Baker, Mark Stromogler, Casey Kittlemeyer, Ben Davis, Ryan Womack. The backers, Nick Seeley, Justin Crane, Matt Muxlow, Kevin Porter, and Brandon Whitson. And also Kevin Savampanem, Scott Gord, Ron Alexander, the DBs for the Golden Hawks. 3rd down, 6 for BHS. Dover play action. Looking over the middle of the pass. Oh, almost complete the 5-yard line. Right through the hands of number 23, Ryan Giovanetti of BHS. Looked like he had a chance to latch on to that one.
I think that gives some credit to the defensive back right there as he came down. And that's Kevin
Savanakam,
and he made a great play of stripping the receiver of the ball.
Fourth down for the Drillers. They are trying a field goal, or an alleged field goal. 9:43 to play in the first half. Barthelmess with about a 39-yard attempt. The last one was straight from the 22 yards.
Michael Cooper to attempt a
Matthew Dover.
field goal.
That's blocked. Barthelmess field goal blocked. 3-0 BHS. So the Drillers have had a lot of opportunities, but only have a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and Porter right there just runs through like a jailhouse break. There's nobody blocking him, and he blocks it. And Centennial just, you got to give their defense some credit. They've hung in there, taken advantage of a couple penalties, but they've given their offense a chance. And this is one thing that they can't do for BHS. You can't continue to let the Golden Hawks off the chopping block. You have them in, you have to get them.
So Golden Hawks haven't done much offensively, but they're only down 3-0. Crosby, Kelly Williams has a little bit of an opening. Breaks it outside, 30-yard line to the 40. Going back to midfield 50, cuts back to the 40-yard line. First and 10, Golden Hawks in BHS territory.
And there's Kelly Williams, and we talked about it. They just kind of pet, and they kind of pet, and then all of a sudden, they take a big bite out of you right here. Kelly Williams makes the guy miss. He really does well with that nice little side step karaoke move. And right here, he just goes to the sideline. And Dover does a good job of keeping his angle and making Williams cut underneath him, and does a good job of wrapping him up, excuse me. And it's another big gain, and it's the Golden Hawks' first time in Driller territory.
Matthew Dover with the tackle for the Golden Hawks at a BHS 40-yard line, first and 10. Dover to throw comes the defense. Throw long and deep for Alexander, incomplete. Dover back there on coverage.
Now, the question is, who's it on? Because if you get a replay on it, you're going to see Alexander stop and put his hands on the defensive back's back. Now, so they're going to call it on the defensive back.
They usually do.
But that's a lot of times when you're a defensive back, what do? You're right there, the ball's on the throne, you have just as much right, and you try to get away. But I think if he turns and tries to make a play for the ball, he might get away with that call. But again, they're going after Dover. They're going to respect Shirley's ability to cover and to make big plays, and he's going to have to just suck it up out there on that island. When you're a quarterback, you are an island when you go man-to-man.
The Golden Hawks at a BHS 25-yard line, first and 10. After the interference play, Kelly Williams, they're going to cut back to the 20-yard line. And the Centennial boys up front beginning to open up some holes against BHS.
Well, this is why I said that the Drillers couldn't afford to keep letting the chances go away from scoring, because this is what this team does. They stay close to you, they pound you with that big offensive line, and they pound you until you break. And that's when they start usually making a move. And you see it's the second quarter, and they're starting to wear down that smaller defensive front for the Drillers.
Think about the Centennial boys. They don't only have size as far as weight or tall. Second and 5 for the Golden Hawks. Montgomery, 4 yards side. Look at him run to the 10-yard line. And they're beginning to pound up front. The holes are beginning to get a little bit wider for the Golden Hawks.
And this is a signature Golden Hawk drive. Now Montgomery gets to the action. And again, we talked about how hard he is to tackle. He's low to ground, but he doesn't stop his legs from moving. Look at his legs. He turns them. He always turns through. And takes a good wrap up and a hit up high and pull him down. And this is what they do. Those two guys team up with that offensive line, and they hit you, and they hit you. And what I also like about tonight, what you're seeing Centennial, they're seeing their open game up, and they're attacking on their passing game, which we haven't really seen them do in the past.
Yeah, it opens up their passing game. First and 10 for Centennial at the 12-yard line. Kelly Williams stopping the backfield, but he manages to gain about 3 or 4 yards. So a nice cutback inside the 10-yard line.
And you see Tittlemeyer, he just rolled a guy out the way right there and just standing over him. But again, Kelly Williams has that really smooth move when he's in the backfield. He's making that cut. It's like he sees that guy, he senses him, he stops, or he karaoke, or he stops.
He's very patient, like you said.
But he always seems to make that first guy miss. Unless you get up into him, you can't tackle him like that.
The Golden Hawks on the move. Second and 5 for Centennial. 7:22 to play in the first half. We're down 3-0. Williams in motion. Montgomery back there behind Crosby. Montgomery, the ball carrier. BHS closes very quickly.
Howard on the stop.
Mike is up to about the 5-yard line. Mike Montgomery, 34.
Well, now the question is, can the Driller defense do what the Centennial Golden Hawk defense is and hold them down to only a field goal? And we'll see if Centennial's offense can do something the BHS offense hasn't been able to do, and that's
we could have a 3-3 game. Well, it has been a defensive struggle for both teams tonight.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for the Golden Hawks. Crosby looking over the defense for a long count. As a keeper comes the defense, throws into the end zone, out of the end zone.
And they're going to call a flag on Drillers right there for personal foul hitting the quarterback.
Jason Carr coming in late. Personal foul against BHS.
Well, I'll tell you this, it's going to give them a 1st down and goal.
That is Crosby after he released the ball.
But, you know, the one thing I liked about Crosby in the first week we saw him against East High is he seems to make good decisions in that quarterback position. And right there, he didn't have anything. He didn't try to force the ball to a man. He just got rid of the ball. You know, something you like to see more NFL quarterbacks do, but they don't.
And that is a major penalty, 1st and goal for the Golden Hawks at about the 3-yard line. Yeah, he shows a lot of poise back there. Gaining confidence with every game, Jeff Crosby, a junior.
Well, we're seeing a BHS team make a lot of penalties in this first half, and the penalties may come back and haunt them in the end.
Crosby. To Williams, hit in the backfield, and probably dropped to the line of scrimmage. Chambers, number 40, very quickly in the backfield for BHS. They knew it was coming. Even number 19 was getting the handle on the ball. Well, both teams tonight have been inside the 5-yard line, but it's been very tough sledding.
Well, they both have 2 good defenses, and when you have 2 good defenses like that, it's not easy to put 6 on the board.
Mile on mile, 2nd and goal from the 2. Crosby. Roll out to his right, looking for the end zone. Here comes the pressure. Crosby is sacked at the 9-yard line. I thought he was going to load the pass. Here comes the late flag. He never loaded the pass. Went down amidst BHS pressure. Up the 9. Like Ron Reese was in the backfield for BHS, number 31.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Golden Hawks. So the Golden Hawks make a big penalty. It hurts them, and like I said, penalty-wise, both these teams have way too many penalties for a 4th game of the year in the first half. I mean, they've had enough penalties to last the whole game and a half.
Well, BHS really forced them to make a play that time. Crosby, he decided not to throw a pass, and he was tackled at the 9-yard line. They might have a penalty after the play. So BHS made the last 2 plays half on defense.
Well, and I don't think you beat BHS going outside of it. That's the strength of the defense, as they can run. They're a good team that goes east and west. They can flow, and they'll get 2 or 3 players flowing to the ball when you go outside almost every time.
3rd and goal from the 23-yard line for the Golden Hawks. 5:25 to play in the first half. They're out of field goal range now. So 1st and goal from the 2. Crosby to throw. Overthrows the intended receiver. Into the end zone. 4th down. I can't imagine them finding a field goal from that length unless they have a great kicker.
And how disappointed can Coach Harnett and Coach Dixon be at this point? They've been inside the 5-yard line, and one team walked away with 3 points, and one team may walk away with none, depending on what this kick happens on this kick.
Well, Crosby got tackled to 9. Now in bad shape from the 9-yard line. You can still take a field goal. The time one here, this will be about a 40-yarder, so they're not quite out of the range, I guess. Garrett White. Kick is far enough. No good. Wide left. So they have the length, but with the distance moving out farther, they hooked it a little bit. And that penalty, personal foul, really cost them.
That unsportsmanlike conduct right there just cost the Centennial Golden Hawks 3 points. You have to be disciplined when you play football. You can't lose your cool. and you cannot afford those kind of penalties at that stage of the game.
Well, Neil has really taken advantage of the opportunities that have been given to them by the LT. BHS, their personal foul gave Centennial first and goal. Centennial's personal foul probably brought them out of field goal range. It's still a 3-0 game.
On this series right here, I expect the Drillers to really attack this defense now. They dodged the bullet, and when you dodge a bullet, that you really want to put the pressure back on their defense.
And the Drillers from the 18-yard line. Stansel hit a backbone drop. The Goldhawks swarming over him. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. The defenses have dominated, thanks to some personal fouls here and there, but neither team has really capitalized on first and goal situations.
Well, they have, and right there, Tittlemeyer is just telling you, he's having none of that up the middle. He's not letting anything go up the middle on the Goldhawk defense tonight.
BHS got a field goal attempt blocked. That 40-yarder was wide left by Centennial. One field goal game from 22 yards by Barthelmess to BHS. That's it. Mack got a long punt return. Deep in Centennial territory, but they scored nothing out of that. Goal play action. Over the middle has Mackey. Incomplete. Off his hands at the 47-yard line, covered by Alexander.
Yeah, right there. It's the post move. Play action. He does a good job of cutting back behind him. Just ball maybe a little too far out. He just couldn't hold on to it, and the safety did a good job of coming to make sure nobody caught it. And right here, he's going to lay out a little bit, gets one hand on it, and the safety does a good job of breaking it up. Alexander once again makes another good play. He's done a good job in the defensive backfield tonight.
There's a driller.
Yep, there's Mr. Danny Drilling. Woo.
Third and 10 for BHS. Dover looking right. Plenty of time. Fires a little bit hardly, though. Incomplete. Penalty flag down. The pass is for Michael Cooper at the 30.
Well, you're going to have a pass interference call, and I know the Golden Hawk fans here, we can hear them, they're not happy about it. But you have two players on him right there. He's not going to catch it. Let the ball go. Knock it down with your hands. You don't have to go hit him. Play the ball, not the man.
Well, that pass was basically uncatchable.
Yeah.
But Centennial kind of blew it defensively.
You're going to get the punt back. Here it is. Third down. They've been running this hook play all night long on third down. They've gotten it. And you'll see right here the ball's coming out. I mean, we couldn't see the hit up by 15, but there was definitely a hit before the ball got there. You can see his body was down when the ball hit him in the arm.
First down, Stansel pitch back, and he slips in the back and loses 3 or 4 yards as it goes to the outside. So the Golden Hawks are right in his face. 4 minutes to play in the first half. And 3-0 BHS. A defensive-minded game. This game, I'm for sure, is going down to the wire.
Yeah, but these are good games. This is the kind of game that's good for the city. It's good for these kids to be in this kind of game, this kind of atmosphere. And it's fun for us as well up here.
Shotgun. Go running towards right. Looking for Mackey. Complete 40-yard line. Touchback. 45 fumbles. But he's probably down at the 41-yard line. I think his knee touched the turf. So he'll be shy of the first down. His knee touchdown at the 42.
And that's another good, you get a quarterback, you roll them out, you have one man do a quick out, the other man do a hook. They flow out, the hook is open, you hit the hook, and right there he's going to get put on the ground, the knee goes down and plays over.
Probably better for him about his knee touchdown, because otherwise he would have fumbled.
Yeah.
And the Golden Hawks would have recovered. Timeout BHS. 2:58 on the clock in the second quarter. Centennial nothing, BHS 3. Are you surprised the game is this low scoring?
Well, I think I'm surprised that the score is 3-0. I thought there would be a couple touchdowns scored by each team. I thought we would be looking at 14-10 maybe, a 10-7 game. But there were opportunities for it to be that kind of game. But neither team has been able to capitalize on either good field position or being right there on the goal line. They both have penalties that set them back, and it's cost them. And you see right now, offensive coordinator Jason Oliver's in there chewing his players out because they're not playing a good game offensively. They're making too many mistakes.
BHS had a pass dropped in the end zone. The guy was wide open.
Pass dropped in the end zone. The interception pass was off through the hands. A little high, but through the hands, an interception.
All fans would like to remind you this game is on.
If you like a copy of tonight's game, I know a local program on Time Warner Cable. Give us a call, 322-1941, 322-1941. Okay, for the drill, 3rd and 4. From row 42, the Centennial fans making some noise. Back to wide left. Over to Scassa. Hit the backboard drop. Number 35, Brian, with the hit.
And that's Baker. And Baker had a good game a few weeks ago when we saw him against East High, and there he is in the backfield.
I know he was upset. He wanted to be the speed still the week.
But that's a great play.
Very
and again,
quick.
Give Coach Nixon and his staff all the credit in the world. They have a good game plan, and they're not going to let the drillers pound the game, run the ball on them. They're just telling you not to do it. You have to go in the air and beat it.
Matthew Gold will be punting for BHS. Almost blocked. Gets it high in the air. Great hang time. Hit dropped to the 40-yard line. Silver, one of the fine athletes on the BHS team. Matthew.
Yeah.
Wide receiver against the back and the punter.
And what's been really strange is neither team has had poor field position. I mean, they've either starting on the 30 or 25 or on the other team's territory, but they weren't due to turnovers and sloppy play. They haven't been able to. To score.
Golf official Brian Billy Bonds has set a super season home run record.
And he could the first inning. And he could add more. And it's a good thing he hit against the Dodgers too after what they did in Chavez Ravine.
Well, I took care of it early. First and 10 from Golden Hawks. Cross with a throw over the middle. And touchdown! That'll be a touchdown for BHS. Kelly 10, touchdown! Wow! Right to the hands of number 32, Josh Shirley.
And I talked about Shirley right in the first quarter. He's a player I thought was an unsung hero of this team, and right there, you see why now they were looking to go to Dover side, because Shirley right there just plays the hook before the receiver gets there, steps through, picks it off, and he takes it back, and he says, offense, if you can't score, I'll put it on there for us.
I'm not sure about throwing that kind of a pass down, 3-0, 2-12 play in the first half. One-on-one coverage, dangerous throw. He's in the right spot at the right time. Nothing in front of him. Big play. Falsano, PAT. Huge touchdown for BHS. Like you said, they picked off a pass from Miami for a score last week.
A simple 5-step drop hook play. He ends up beating the receiver to the spot. Right there, the receiver has to become a defensive player. And even if need be, it's pass interfere. You don't want to get the touchdown, but right there, he runs the hook in front of him, doesn't drive him off to get the cushion he needs in separation. When he stops, Shirley breaks through, picks it off, scores a touchdown.
Josh Dixon, a kind of receiver for Centennial. Right now, after 1.5, shortly, nominated for the speed for the week.
Yeah, and that's right now, that's how we lead in play. And he's made 2 big plays in a week, 2 weeks in a row for him. A kickoff return, and now he does this. And that could be the play that gets the BHS driller started. But I'll tell you, the Centennial Golden Hawks are not going to lay down, not going to quit. They're not that kind of team. They're not coached that way. So I expect them to come back on this next drive and come right back and try to put some points on the board.
And now 2-12 to play in the second quarter. 10 up for BHS. Nice interception by Shirley on the run back. BHS last week made some big plays on defense. They've been doing it all this year. Their offense has been somewhat sporadic, but they have big playmakers on their team. Kind of reminds me of Bakersfield College. Savannah Camp, 10-yard line, to the 20, and down. Bakersfield College, I think for the second straight year, has the best athletes on defense. Former BHS player James McGill already has 2 touchdowns this year, one behind Robert Thomas, the running back.
Well, you know, that's one of the philosophies that people are mimicking, that's even starting with the Tampa Bay Bucks and their defense. When you put your best athletes on defense, and people believe that, you know, you can win on offense. Maybe not having your best athletes there, but you have some solid ones, you can win on offense.
Double Golden Hawks from their own 20-yard line, down 10-0, late here in the second quarter. Crosby, draw play. Montgomery Tripped from behind at the 25-yard line, goes down. Watkins will attack for BHS. The Drillers got a great job defensively tonight. Keller Williams had a 40-yard run. They eventually got down to a first and goal situation thanks to a personal foul against BHS. The Drillers made a couple of big defensive plays. They had a personal foul against Centennial on the missed field goal the last time they had the ball. Crosby fumbles the ball. Falls on. That would have been disastrous for Centennial.
Yeah.
Wow.
BHS recovers that and scores again. 17 points. For nothing. That's a hard hole to be in.
No, a game turns so quickly.
Right there, the ball just shoots up and hits him in the chest. He does a good job of staying aware and falls on the ball.
And the Golden Hawks will take all the time that they can on this play. The clock is under 1 minute remaining in the first half. 3rd and 4. Houston wide right for the Golden Hawks. Montgomery Williams behind Jeff Crosby. Williams flies across the 30 to about the 32. Very close to our first down marker. Well, give him a first down. So the Golden Hawks keep the ball for the remainder of the half, most
and that's
likely.
A crucial first down right there, because there's one thing I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have punted the ball to Mackey. We might have kicked it out of bounds, but he wouldn't have got it.
Draw play, Mike Montgomery. His drop to the 33. Brian Reeves made a couple of nice tackles for BHS number 31. He really contained very well in defense. Second and long, Crosby to throw. Complete, out of bounds, goes White.
And they're going to have a personal foul to Drillers right
BHS. Either Shirley or Chambers.
Either one,
shove.
The man's out of bounds, and they're coming out there trying to still hit him. Again, those are plays that can be eliminated. These personal fouls we've seen and the misconduct that we saw, those should be avoided. There's no need to have those kind of plays happening in a football game.
Yeah, we're going to hit somebody hard, hit them between the lines. Because officials call out play, whether it's high school or college.
Yeah, they do a really good job, and you know, even on NFL level now, you're really starting to see them. As Virtue's having a problem with his helmet, but you really start to see them even protect these guys now, not just quarterbacks, but receivers and other players when they're going to that sideline. Because when you run out of bounds, you ease up, you kind of let the ball go, and if a guy comes and hits you and you're going full speed, you can get hurt.
Well, Virtue so far with the interception and return has been the play of the game for BHS. Mackey had a long punt return, as they cannot convert to any points. Williams had a 40-yard run for Centennial. But Virtue's play has kind of separated the team so far this season from 3-0 to 10-0.
I mean, Shirley.
There you go, Shirley. That's right. 8 seconds to play first half. Crosby was left out of the backfield intended for Montgomery. He was out of bounds when the ball came to him.
Yeah.
Got past to a gain about a half yard.
Yeah, he just got rid of the ball. 2 seconds left.
You're right. Josh Shirley, he's the man who made a play. I was thinking about Virtual.
Then you have right there play action in the backfield rolling out. You have Montgomery open it early and then kind of just waited, look, see if you get something downfield, which you want to do with this kind of time left. You get it close and you threw it away. And he, like I said, he makes very good decisions with the football. He doesn't put his team in a bad situation.
Second and 10 for the Golden Hawks shotgun. Crosby from midfield. Now around 45, nice cut back to the 40, 45. And thrown down at the 37-yard line as the first half comes to a conclusion. After 2, BHS 10, Centennial nothing. You're watching the Prep Football Game of the Week on TNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
Roadrunner works instantly. All the speed and power makes research for school so much faster. On a dial-up service, everything moves in slow motion. In fact, my friends who have dial-up come to my house. We do things that are flat out impossible on dial-up. With Roadrunner, everything happens like that. Video and sound clips make the complex clear.
Okay, Houston, I'm on the board.
Hey, we aced the final. Beep, beep.
Get free Roadrunner installation from Time Warner Cable. We have a big family, and it's hard getting together sometimes. Now that Get runs on Sundays, we can meet for lunch and do some shopping.
Make life a little easier and ride Get any day of the week.
I love my job, but getting here and home used to be difficult. Now that Get runs later at night and on weekends, my life is a lot easier.
Make life a little easier and ride Get evenings and weekends.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
You have a home video, or 2 or 3, and you want your family, friends, and neighbors to have a copy. Where do you go? Time Warner Productions. Of course. We'll make copies of your tape using high-quality professional tape, label it, and house it in a sleeve for protection, and have it ready for you in no time. We accept VHS, SVHS, VHS-C, Betamax, Mini-DV, and 8mm videotapes. We'll even convert to and from foreign formats. We can even edit and print pictures from your videos. Got a broken tape? We can fix that too. Just stop by the Time Warner Cable office on Select or call for more information.
We are saying thank you to one of the greatest hockey players ever to play the game. For the third time in a row, they are the world champions.
The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
Josh Earl made a key interception return for BHS with about 2 minutes to play in the first half, and right now it's BHS 10, Centennial nothing in the Battle of Bakersfield from Centennial High School. Let's listen to the Centennial High School marching band as they perform at halftime.
Drum major Derek Holden is to the board ready. You may hit the field in exhibition. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back a lot and enjoy the sights and sounds of music and emotion with the Centennial High School, and Governor Patrick Cole.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Time Warner Cable.
My friends and I ride GET all the time. We don't like to hassle our parents, and we definitely don't want to stay home. GET takes us where we want to go.
Get where you want to go with a Flash Pass, only $25 a month.
We ride Get to keep up with our busy lives. We run all our errands in the same day and save money with the day pass. Get even runs late at night and on weekends.
Ride all day for only $1.75 and save money with Get's Day Pass.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
High school football is back and better than ever from Time Warner Cable and Roadrunner High Speed Online. Each game of Roadrunner High Speed Online Speedster of the Week will be chosen as the outstanding player of the game during the Time Warner Game of the Week. Tune in to CNNSI Channel 31 and Digital 106 and then dial up KernRR.com to read up on the Speedster of the Week. See streaming video of this player, plus check out high school football stats and commentary from our own play-by-play announcer. An entire web page dedicated to the information you want to know. Only from Time Warner Cable and Roadrunner High Speed Online.
After 7 years, I'm still doing business with you guys. The relationship that I built with some of the staff here has been excellent. And that's a big factor why I'm still doing business with you guys. I don't just do business because the price or I get a better deal. I don't deal on those bases. My philosophy has always been on service, because my business, I sell service. And that's the same thing with you guys. You guys sell service to clients. And I think that's the key.
It's 10-0 BHS at halftime. The prep football game of the week on CNNSI, Time Warner Cable Channel 31. Brian. Josh Shirley made a big interception with about 2:12 to play in the first half.
And he's been the only player to capitalize on another team's mistake tonight, because it's been a game of at least the first half of missed opportunities.
Both teams had first and goal situations inside the 5, and neither really scored.
No, they didn't. They had some penalties and some misconnections. We saw the Drillers drop a ball. Ended up being only a 3-0 game, so Shirley picked it off and ran it in for a touchdown.
Golden Hawks missed a 40-yard field goal. BHS connected on a 22-yard field goal. The other one was blocked by Centennial High defense, but I think BHS has been a better team so far in 2 quarters tonight. And Centennial is fortunate. They're only down by 10 points.
Well, I think Centennial's defense has done a good job of stepping up, doing kind of a bend but don't break defense so far. And they've kept the Drills out of the end zone and kept the team in it. You know, right now the offense has come up with something on this drive, I think, to put some kind of points on the board.
We talked about the size of Centennial up front. It helped them on one drive. Of course, they didn't score that time. They had the first goal from the 2, and then Crosby was sacked at the 9-yard line. Then they had a personal foul for that. Then they missed the field goal.
Yeah.
That was set by a 40-yard run by Keller Williams. Besides that, they have not done a lot against a very quick and aggressive BHS defense. Kickoff goes through the end zone.
Ball goes into the end zone. Come out to the 20-yard line of Centennial.
Nathan Francis with a great leg. Everyone is picking up here at Golden Hawk Stadium. Brad Hoffman, the new general manager of the Bakersfield Blitz, on the Golden Hawk sideline. He can't recruit those players, though.
No, they're a little too young for him, but he is looking for players, and I'm sure he's going to find some for this team this year.
Jeff Crosby, the quarterback for Centennial. Mike Montgomery, Keller Williams behind him from their own 20-yard line. Pitch back, Keller Williams to the 20, 25, 30. Nice tackle by Varvel, a safety for BHS. Bartel, he's done a good job tonight. First down for the Golden Hawks.
Yeah, he's a strong player from that safety position. He's very physical. A touchdown saving tackle right there, because if he misses, it's a touchdown for Williams. But again, this is where I think that Centennial becomes real dangerous. A sweep right there. Montgomery clears it out the way. Williams comes up, picks up the first down. So this is where they get dangerous. They keep going over and over, pounding that ball and pounding that ball. When you're in the fourth quarter, you get a little tired, and they start blowing those big holes open.
Crosby has trouble with another snap for the second time tonight. The other one late in the second quarter. Centennial's just not looking that sharp tonight. Not good enough to beat a team like BHS.
No, they haven't taken advantage. Like I said, missing that opportunity to score from 2 yards out is a big killer for them. But also, again, they haven't been able to sustain things. 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 plays for that one drive.
And actually now 2nd and 11 for the Golden Hawks at their own 30-yard line. Crosby, Montgomery has an opening to the 40, and more first down. Well, come right back. What about a 13-yard run by Mike Montgomery up the middle?
And they kind of spread them out and then hit a little. Right here, you're going to see him hit a little dive play with the fullback, Montgomery, and Montgomery picks up another big run as he runs through the safety of Ravel. That's his first missed tackle that we've seen, and picks up the first down.
Okay, for the Golden Hawks. From on 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Crosby with a signal. Pitch back, Keller Williams to the right side. Follow up, gain of about 2 yards. Off the right side. At 10:25 to play in the 3rd quarter. BHS 10, Golden Hawks nothing.
It was 2, 2nd and 8.
For the second time this evening, Centennial looking pretty good on a series. Well, like I said earlier, they had trouble sustaining a drive. It was very difficult against the BHS defense.
You know, they were moving the ball right before half, and the series before that when they moved the ball, so they're starting to get their rhythm down, too.
Keller Williams left side, about 3 yards to the 49-yard line. 3rd and about 6 for the Golden Hawks. Grace doing a good job for the Drills. Number 31, Powell, 66. Berkshire, Watkins, Shirley on defense on the right side. Calvin, number 77 in there. Manning that middle. 3rd and 7 for the Golden Hawks at their own 48. Crosby. Now a drop back. Has the man open. He's got it. On the 10-yard line. 1st and 2 for the Golden Hawks.
And Crosby just throws a great ball to Nick Seeley. And right there, I mean, he fakes that option. The veer actually and just steps back and throws a strike right there to Seeley.
Well, Seeley's been the top receiver for the Golden Hawks this year, and they don't throw very much. And he's had a great average per catch.
Well, he's their big play receiver. I mean, he makes big plays from that tight end position. He's very quick and fast there, and it's a mismatch when he matches up against a linebacker, he can catch a safety.
That was a well good play by the Golden Hawks. Instead of the pick option. Runs in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 2 yards. Reese again and Powell. Both guys been in the Golden Hawk backfield a lot tonight. See number 31. And Powell 66.
Yeah, they've done a good job on pitching on that play. But you know, those are the kind of plays that Coach Nixon and staff, they know they're going to have. They're going to get hit in the backfield. They're going to keep on and stick to the game plan. They don't panic.
So for the Golden Hawks, 2nd down, outside the 10-yard line. 8-11 play, 3rd quarter. Crosby with a count, looking right, sets up, fires it incomplete. Much of the pass intended for Seeley was underthrown. Threw the ball to the other side of Houston. BHS boys pumped up on the sideline. They're playing the Golden Hawks. Let's get them.
Yeah, and they want to stop, and the Golden Hawks want a touchdown. So let's see who comes up.
They want to stop them. They want to stop them.
And the Golden Hawks put together another good drive right now. They have to make sure they come over with some points. They can't walk away again with not scoring.
That 3rd down for the Golden Hawks. Out to 12-yard line PHS. Crosby runs to his left, comes the pressure. Lobs him to the end zone. Knocked away incomplete. Shirley thought he had another pick.
Crosby's pass is incomplete.
Good play.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, be careful throwing the ball on that side. He caught out of bounds, but he just showed right there that he has some athletic ability. He can make some plays.
BHS defense coming up big again. 4th down for the Golden Hawks. They'll be trying a 28-yarder. The kick is far enough. It's good.
By Sullivan is good.
So Sullivan finds a PAT for the Golden Hawks. Converts it. 28 yards away, 10-3 BHS.
And that's a big 3 points on the scoreboard right there. They show that they can move the ball on this defense now. That's 3 series in a row they've been able to move it. And they're going to stick to the game plan. That game plan is to keep pounding, fire up some kind of pop pass, you know. They are attacking with the passing game, and there's just mistakes that have cost them some points like the Drillers, and we really do have a good game.
A 7:55 to play in the third quarter. Centennial within 7 points of BHS. Very interesting to see is that creativity.
No, but you got to give the Centennial Golden Hawk coaching staff and players some credit. They came out, they knew they were getting the ball back. They moved the ball down. They did what they had to do. They put points on the board. They kept the team in the game, and now they want the defense to come out, give them the ball back, and let that big offensive line come out and wear out the Drillers in the second half.
The big play was a pass to Stiglitz inside the 10-yard line. BHS slipping up, and the Golden Hawks got to settle for a 20-yard field goal. Sullivan kicking off for Centennial. 10-4 BHS here in the third. Line drive. Barvell, 10-yard line, 15.
Barvell on the
20. And fast forward to about the 27-yard line.
Barvell is picked up by Jeff.
Barvell will return to the Drillers.
And I mean, once again, we're seeing a team with good field position. You know, getting the ball in the 30 or the 25, that's a good field position to start your series off. You're not in the hole. And now we'll see the Driller offense can answer back.
Well, BHS had good field position in the first half for the offense. Mack to wide right. Jonathan Dover at quarterback. Thomas Cancel behind him. Dover play action, looking downfield, fires in, complete. Intended for Michael Cooper at the 40-yard line. Led a little bit too much. Second down.
Pass intended for Cooper falls incomplete.
And again, you know, they're just looking for the long pass. You read from long route to short. He felt that Mackey wasn't open and looked to get the ball to Cooper and couldn't fit it in that hole.
Cooper and Mackey wide to the right for the Drillers. Second down, 2nd and 10. Berkshire in motion. Thomas Cancel has an opening to the 30, 40-yard line, touchback. Down the sideline, Minnesota 50 out of bounds. 1st and 10 for BHS. But Thomas showing a little acceleration.
Yeah, and right there, he's just letting Kelly Williams know that, you know what, I can make a few big plays myself. And that's really his first big play that we've seen him make today. Right here, he's going to go off tackle on the left side right there. He gets through the hole. A little stutter step and a good block. And right here, he just uses speed and sets a man up, and they barely get him out of bounds.
Coming into the game, BHS with over 600 yards rushing, about 356 passing for just under 1,000 yards. Pitch back, Thomas Cancel. The blocking up front, cuts back midfield 50 to about the 48-yard line.
And the Golden Hawk defense is right there, did a really good job of just stringing the play out and keeping it down to a short game.
Tillemeyer assisting on the tackle for the Golden Hawks. After a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for BHS in Golden Hawk territory. Now we'll talk about the BHS defense coming into the game. They only allowed 167 yards through the air.
I mean, when you have a corner like Shirley and a safety like Lavelle, I mean, it's easy to see how they could do that.
Burke is trying to power his way, but the Golden Hawks up to the task. Up again, maybe a yard or two, depends where they spot the ball. That was power against power.
And Rusher never went down to the ground. He stayed up, but the official blew the whistle, momentum and stop.
Well, what counted wrestling?
3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Drillers. The Golden Hawk 46-yard line, 10-3 game in favor of BHS. 6:20 play in the third quarter. Mackey, Cooper, wide left. Mackey in motion. Over to throw it. Flag is down. Pass the plate to Cooper. Hard hit by Ryan Alexander on the far side. Highlight hit. Well, flag is down.
I'll tell you this. The two corners of this game have played excellent games so far, and Alexander and Shirley. And right there, Alexander comes up and just really reads the play and puts the plastic on a man.
Illegal procedure against BHS.
We're just going to see the tail end of it right here as the ball comes out in the flats. And well, we kind of didn't get to see it all, but trust me, Alexander knocked him down pretty good.
I felt up here.
Fourth down.
Fourth down for the Drillers. Matthew Dover, back deep. The punt from his own 41-yard line.
Punt formation for Bakersfield.
Houston will return man for the Golden Hawks. Kicked away from him out of bounds. He's somewhat full of that punt. Well, Harvest Moon in the background here at Centennial High School. It looks somewhat spooky.
Well,
oh, I love it. It's great. It's beautiful.
Yep, and right now the Golden Hawks are coming out, and they have a little rhythm. They've moved the ball 3 consecutive drives. And like I said, this is what they do. They keep pounding you in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, they start to ground you out.
Hot down for Mike Montgomery off the right side. Picks up about 9 yards. Montgomery running hard very effectively here in the second half. Talk about trying to wear down that defense.
You know, and now we're starting to see what that front line is doing for the Golden Hawks. I mean, a first down. Montgomery almost every time he touched the ball, he's almost running 10 yards.
They will give him a first down. Nice spot. First and 10 from Golden Hawks at their own 43-yard line. Crosby and Friends. Looking to the right. The pass complete far side. Out of bounds. Number 5 to White. Stop.
One of my favorite pass plays. Defensive back playing off. He just pitch and catch. It's like a good run. Now you got 2nd and 4, so.
Yeah.
Defensive back misses, you might have 6 on the board, so it's a safe play.
Excellent call on first down. 2nd and 4 for Golden Hawks. Timeout Centennial. Brian Nixon will be talking to his team. Former quarterback at Shafter High, Bakersfield College. Coach here at Centennial. One time assistant coach. Foul line to play in the third quarter, 10-3 BHS.
And Centennial's on the move right now, and they have the defense reeling. And, you know, the quarterback doesn't like what he sees. He called a timeout. You don't want to make a mistake.
Happy birthday.
That's a happy birthday right there.
Okay, if you'd like a copy of tonight's game, on Time Warner Cable, you can call us, 322-1941, 322-1941. Give us a call. We would love to hear from you. Clark, all 5 lines for BHS. Okay, for the Golden Hawks, 2nd and 4. BHS 49-yard line. Crosby, long count. Montgomery has a first down to the 40-yard line. Puts a tackle. Pull through. Look at speed. Pull 5. And a touchdown. Golden Hawks. Run away by Mike Montgomery. 49 yards. Wow.
And like I said, we were in the game. They came back and they drove on them. But you got to give that front line credit. Montgomery bust through. There's nobody there. He outruns everybody to the touchdown. But I talked about in the opening. talk about this is what they do. They stay true to the game. They don't deviate no matter whatever else they're doing. They stay to it, and it pays off for them right there with a big touchdown run.
Wow. Total the kick for Centennial. Line drives it. That is good. Mike Montgomery has come alive in the second half. He was pounding people in the first 2 quarters with a blocker. He's breaking tackles and showing great speed on the last run. 49 yards.
You know, Mike Montgomery's a north-south runner right there. He outruns Vircher. And then you get the end of the run there. And they called a touchdown. But Montgomery makes this a huge run. But again, we got to give Tremaglia, Metler, Bean, Madding, Reese, Tittlemeyer, all of them credit because that's what they do. They use their size, and they're back in the game. Now we're going to see what BHS is about. BHS is 3-0. They've had a big win. Do they answer back? They didn't answer the last time they scored it. And so now we see Centennial run off 10 unanswered points.
Well, 10 scored points by the Golden Hawks. 10-10 ball game. 5:01 here in the third. And the fireworks are just beginning.
You know, and you can even see the bounce and the swagger coming back to that Golden Hawk sideline. The guys right there, they're jumping around, they're excited about playing, and that's what big plays do for you, and that's something that Centennial, we don't see them do a lot. They've had those real big plays like that. They usually just keep chipping at you, but Montgomery puts it on them.
Ball will kick off. The BHS Cooper House at the 35, hits hard at the 37-yard line. First attempt for BHS, a Golden Hawk said he fumbled. But the officials say, no way.
You know, and again, the Drillers have excellent field position, but they've got to come out and they've got to figure out how they're going to attack this team. They're trying to establish the run. They have passed the ball, but they haven't passed the ball effective enough to break the Centennial defense out of just stopping the run.
A 10-10 ball game. Vircher, Stansel, Dover, pitch back Stansel, final down, 35, hit and drop. Whitton to the tackle for Centennial in the backfield. And the Golden Hawks now pumped up their juice here in the third.
And again, their front 7 players, their front line is doing a great job of not letting that offensive line for BHS get penetration down the field. They're holding them out. They're stringing Stansel out, and those linebackers are filling making tackles.
Up front for BHS, we have Jared Smith, the center. We have Steven Rodriguez, Greg Green, the offensive tackles, Lorenzo Valavinos, and Nicholas Campos, the offensive guards. Much smaller, though, than Centennial's people up front. The BHS guys range from about 210 to about 220.
Well, right now, if you're BHS, you're going to turn the ball and put the hands of your big players, and they have to make big plays. They want to take this team to that high level they aspire to go to.
Vircher pounces way midfield 50 to the 45-yard line, Golden Hawk territory. Vircher with a big first down.
And right on cue, this is one of the big players, Vircher, as he slams through the hole and carries a couple players and answers back.
Hey, this game's getting exciting now. Cooper, Mackey, wide for the BHS. Vircher stands behind Dover. Vircher fumbles the ball. The Golden Hawks have it. Vircher can't leave the game because he plays defense for BHS.
Yeah. And he's come back on defense and shake it off and say, hey, I messed up, and you can turn that into that Russian positive and make some plays. But right now, momentum has shifted. The Golden Hawks have it. Can they ride it out?
The Golden Hawks are throwing 40-yard line. Montgomery Williams behind Crosby. Kelly Williams has an opening to the 45, 47-yard line. Nice pursuit by BHS. Chambers, Shirley. Look like they had a chance to take up more than that. So they're moving the football.
They are moving the football, and if you're Centennial, you'll take a 5 or 6 yard run every time.
Powell, Calvin, Reese, Rothenhauer up front for BHS. Second and long 4 for the Golden Hawks. After on 47-yard line. Montgomery backs the tackle, midfield 50 to the 45. First down for the Golden Hawks. Mike Montgomery. Breaking tackles, running hard. Number 34, the senior.
You know, and right here you're gonna see it come right to your living room right there as Montgomery pops through. But what's interesting to see now is watching the offensive line for the Golden Hawks fire off the ball. I mean, Tittlemeyer's 5-6 yards downfield blocking somebody, and they're just using that size and using their game plan, and again, they're just wearing this team down.
First and 10 for Centennial to be at the 45-yard line. Tell around from the backfield. No crossing the keeper. That was a nice fake. Nevertheless, they lost about 4 or 5 yards. Chambers, Carr. Well, BHS pursued very well in that play, regardless of who held the ball.
Well, the one play that hasn't worked all night from Centennial is trying to go outside, whether it be with that quarterback bootleg or with the option out. They have not been able to get to the sideline, and they're not going to get to the sideline on this team. They've been able to attack this team by hitting the quick hit with the dive and then powering the ball with Kelly Williams behind Montgomery.
Okay, we'll call second and 14 for the Golden Hawks at the BHS 49-yard line. Crosby calling signals. 10-10 ball game. The throw over the middle, complete to right, 40-yard line. Tackled by Shirley. They'll be short of the first down. Nice short toss by Centennial.
And that's a hard play to stop. The only way you can stop a hit is either you're playing up bump coverage or you just guess. And right here is 3 steps. He gets rid of the ball. He's open. He catches it. Nice, safe play. Like I said, the only way to stop that play is Shirley would have to just guess. And if you got a defensive back out there guessing, if he's in trouble sooner or later, he will mess up and you'll make a big play on him.
Third play for the Golden Hawks. Wide left. Russell Towns tries to calling signal. Kell runs to the backfield, hit hard, dives forward. He'll be shy of the first down. They will probably go for it. I would think, maybe. That'll be at the 47-yard line. Well, they may think about punting away. And get a BHS deep in their own area. Fourth and about 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2, you don't want to get that good a position. One of the plays that I might do is just have your quarterback take it and just kick it off so you don't let the punt return team get on the field.
Now the Golden Hawks fans are swinging to the feet. 4th and 2. At the BHS 47-yard line. Keeper by Crosby. Hit hard. I don't think he made it.
And I think he's going to be short unless they gave him a real generous spot.
It was a quick snap by Centennial.
Yeah, the center got off very fast there. Mettler, he was off the ball very quick.
Good call.
Yeah.
Tillermeyer coverage cannot persuade the official. Good call. BHS takes over after on 36-yard line.
And I sure would like to have if I was Nixon, I sure would like to have a measurement on it.
Yeah.
But, you know, they call it and turnover and downs, and BHS gets another opportunity. Let's see what they can do. But this defense has been up to the challenge so far tonight, limiting the Drillers only 3 points.
Both teams have been slugging it out. Shotgun formation for Johns over. Looking left, looking right. Russell fires it. Overthrow Shirley. Behind him, too. Some of them picked off. Zone coverage for Centennial. Second down for BHS. Under 1 minute for playing the third. A 10-10 ball game. They see another picture of the moon. Over. The scout from the backfield. Hands dropped to the 35. Kind of a draw of a shotgun. It went nowhere.
Yeah, and right now you're seeing a version of a spread offense, 4 receivers. This is an extremely difficult package to run when you don't, especially when you don't have a chance to practice all game long, all week long, like if you were Florida State, who runs that and is really good at it, or Florida. That's what they practice all the time. And a lot of timing is involved, and that's the running play you look for, is that draw play. or try to get the running back outside. But you have to have a really a lot of faith in your quarterback to try an offense like this.
That's a big chest. Third down long. Over the throw. One down left sideline to Mackey. Double covered. Incomplete. No penalty, no foul against Alexander. They say he was going for the ball.
No, Alexander's doing a good job. He has just as much right to go for the ball as the receiver, but you see what he's doing is a lot of kids don't do. A lot of kids go into him. He's still running with the receiver. He's not getting away and jumping back to make contact. The receiver's initiating the contact, and a lot of times you get away with that as a defensive back.
Fun time for BHS. Matthew Golden on the 20-yard line. First quarter comes to a conclusion. Gets it off. Line drive in over in. Houston lets it drop. Barvell recovers it at the 17-yard line. 10-10 ball game. Golden Hawks have come roaring back.
And they have, and again, you got to give Coach Nixon and the staff a lot of credit because these young men could have easily been down 10-0 and not been and just went to the tank, but they didn't. They came out, they roared back, and right now they have momentum, and they're going to try to, like I said, wear them down and make that push in the fourth quarter.
This will be the final play of the third quarter. Centennial the ball inside the 20-yard line. Crosby. Montgomery breaks another tackle. Across the 25. After 3 from Golden Hawk Stadium. BHS 10, Centennial 10. On CLNS High, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Time Warner Cable.
You have a home video, or 2 or 3, and you want your family, friends, and neighbors to have a copy. Where do you go? Time Warner Productions, of course. We'll make copies of your tape using high-quality professional tape, label it, and house it in a sleeve for protection, and have it ready for you in no time. We accept VHS, SVHS, VHS-C, Betamax, Mini-DV, and 8mm videotape. We'll even convert to and from foreign formats. We can even edit and print pictures from your videos. Got a broken tape? We can fix that too. Just stop by the Time Warner Cable office on Select or call for more information.
Time Warner Cable presents Mace Marin's Inside Motorsports Live. The Valley's only live interactive call-in show where you can call and talk one-on-one with your favorite drivers, win merchandise and tickets, and truly become part of the show. Watch it live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. exclusively on Time Warner Cable's CNN-SI Channel 31 and Digital 106. Brought to you by SpeedQuest and Roadrunner High Speed Online.
Fourth quarter action from Golden Hawks Stadium. That's the Golden Hawks 10, BHS 10. I think this game will go down to the final minutes.
Right now, this is when you have to put everything on the line. You have to suck it up. And if you're the driller defense, you know, you've been beat up on the line from that big line field. You got to try to suck it up, make a play. If you're the Golden Hawks, you want to keep doing what you're doing. You want to keep pounding and pounding and make this team stop you.
Okay, for Centennial, short and goal. First down, I think off the left side from Golden Hawks. At least close to it. I'll be just with a tough defensive front there.
And they've
I call third is very short.
And they've been really good on these short downs. Even on the goal line, they were really good. But they're stopping them by these linebackers are almost up the line, so they're bringing them, they're ready to play. You know, but the dangerous thing is one guy pops through, you get a little pop pass to Seeley.
Third and short for the Golden Hawks.
Oh, the big fella moved over there. Hit on the horn. So Lamar moved a little bit. He's going to make a 3rd and 6.
Well, I think Crosby is trying to draw BHS on the sides, and his home team moved.
Somebody ran down the field there.
Took a 3rd and 1 on the 3rd and 6. 11:19 to play in the fourth quarter. 10-10 ball game. Crosby calling signals, has a timeout.
Timeout Centennial.
You know, he's burned 2 timeouts
Yes.
already, you know, in this half, and that could be a crucial thing, crucial part of the game as well. If it stays close and you need some time left and into the game.
Well, the Goldhawks lost their concentration a little bit. Got third and short. I think it was trying to draw BHS offside, and his own team moved early, so he goes from 3rd and 1, 3rd and 6 in their own territory.
Yeah.
Talk about a very key play in this ball game.
And you know, we talked about it. What's funny is the first half was so penalty laden, and now this half we haven't seen too many penalties at all. So both teams have set the concentration up and the discipline up. And I think that's why we're sitting right now in a deadlock, 10-10.
Stanton and Keller Williams were primary ball carriers in the first half. Mike Montgomery's been the man for both teams in the second.
Yeah, Mike Montgomery's getting the ball right now. They're keying on Kelly, and that's what you want. When you have a 2-back combo like that, that's what you want. You want them to key on one back, and the other back hurts them.
Third down for the Golden Hawks. Montgomery Williams behind Crosby. Option. Caper is dropped. Every fourth down for the Golden Hawks.
Just not going to go outside against this defense. I mean, that's not where their weakness is tonight. And you're going right to the strength of that defense. I mean, they have players waiting for that pitch or the quarterback. So the Driller defense did a good job. And now Mackey, his biggest plays have been a punt return. And maybe this is why he can affect the game, is he can run one back.
Garrett White. It's over his head. He tries to kick it out of the end zone. And he does.
And that's a
Bad
smart
snap over the head of Garrett White.
And that's the second high snap there's been tonight, and he made a smart play.
This one he couldn't quite climb the ladder. Well, they kicked it out. Should be 2 points worth to BHS,
should be a safety, but they're having a little discussion right there.
This happened in the BC game last week.
Yeah.
Safety for BHS. And the Golden Hawks will have to punt or kick it away.
Yes, the ball's going to go over. He realizes it's way over, but he does a good job right here keeping composure and just kick the ball out and make sure they don't give up a touchdown. 2 points, you punt it, you're still in the game. You know, at this point in time, it's been hard. Points have been hard to come by. To have to score 7 points could be a tough task for any team at this point.
You just can't have a bad snap inside your 20-yard line, though.
You can't have it, but I mean, that's part of the game. It happened. As a punter, he was alert, and I mean, the good thing is the damage was limited to just the 2 points so far. You have to see what the offense comes back and they do for the Drillers. You know, the defense so far has been very tight since those early, that last field goal block.
Well, the Drillers with a 2-point lead, 12-10. And then we get the ball back. 10:30 to play in the game. The Golden Hawk defense will have to make some big plays. White will be punting for Centennial from his own 20-yard line.
Yeah.
The back of the deep man for BHS.
And this is a dangerous play.
Mackey has a fall at the 35-yard line. They had trouble handling a punt, simply fell on it. It'll be 1st and 10 for BHS. Well, a 2-point lead.
You know, now the offense has a chance to really make a statement. Now they haven't done anything really since early in the ball game, and they want to come. They have to make some kind of play, make something happen. They have to give the defense a rest. The defense is tired, and they have to figure out a way to give them a rest. The Golden Hawks just want to clamp down again and make them go 3 and out and get the ball back.
Remember, Burkus scored the only touchdown interception return. Dover, shotgun rolling to his right. Lobs it, right sideline complete. This receiver was hit as the ball's in the air, Mackey, but no harm, no foul.
Well, they're not going to call that anyway. The ball 10 feet out of bounds. I mean, Kobe Bryant could have got that one, or Shaq, so.
Or MJ.
MJ wouldn't have got it either. I don't care if he's coming back or not.
Second and 10 for BHS. After on 45, BHS Centennial. Packed out crowd at Golden Hawk Stadium. Northwest Bakersfield Mack in motion. Over the throw. Cuts up. He's got a hit from behind on low and incomplete. Just before he was to be whacked from behind.
Yeah, and right there, he's looking for Mackey coming across underneath the linebacker. You know, but right there, as a quarterback, you see 3 or 4 linebackers there, that read is gone. You got to go off that read and find your next target and deliver a strike.
Ben Davis, 45, applying the pressure from the backside for Centennial. I call it 3rd and 10.
I'm telling you, I really believe the BHS offense needs to they need a first down because they need to get the pressure off the defense and get the defense a little time to recuperate.
12-10 throwers. Lurcher slot right. Mack lines up left. Dover looking for Scantz. 30-yard line, drops it. But he is not going to go anywhere.
And that play
was well covered.
And that was a good setup play too. You know, one-on-one, that's what you want. You want your running back, one of your best players, to be one-on-one in space with the player. And if he makes a tackle, so be it. But he has to catch the ball before he runs.
Wilson, lack of concentration by players on both teams tonight. Drop passes. Penalties, high snap. Matthew Dover gets it off. His punt is high. They let it drop, takes a Golden Hawk roll.
Yes,
Goes down to the 49-yard line. Both defenses playing extremely well tonight. 10-10 playing the ball game. 12-10 BHS.
You know, and this is a game where you're going to have that. You have 2 good defenses. Something has to give you and the defense will just clamp down on both sides. You know, they haven't given up a lot of points when the offense has made mistakes or things haven't gone well. They've hung in there and they've kept their offense a chance to win a game. And right now, like I said, Centennial is just going to keep on moving that ball and try to just end up just ground the game out.
Well, coming into the ball game, BHS had only allowed 525 yards total on defense. Evan Stingy. Draw play. Long pass, incomplete. Sealy's intended receiver. No harm, no foul on Varvel. I don't think the pass was catchable. On play action by Crosby.
No, the pass was way down the field. The only penalty that could have been called, if they were going to call it, would be just a personal foul.
It's amazing. Any time a receiver is hit by a defensive back and the ball's in the air, people think it's a foul.
I mean, that's the only call you had to call for, but I mean, even that would be iffy. There was no way that you can ask for a pass interference. The ball was overthrown a good 10, 15 yards. The only thing you could, like I said, would be a personal foul, and that would have been it. And that would have been pushing it to the limit.
Both teams have been passing on first down quite a bit recently.
Oh, but they haven't passed the ball successfully on first down. They're the kind of players that can set their teams up.
2nd and 10 for the Golden Hawks with their own 40. Keller Williams. Stop after a gain of about 1 or 2 yards. BHS stacking it up inside.
Stopped by Kyle Hager
against Kelly.
Well, BHS now, they're committing some linebackers into the hole now. You watch the linebackers are moving up closer to the line, and they're getting there and they're attacking. They're not sitting back and letting that line blow their front 4 guys off.
Calvin will leave the game right in the middle of that pile for BHS, 7-7. 3rd and 8 for the Golden Hawks. Montgomery runs behind Crosby. The long territory to 42, long count. Crosby to throw, one out to his right. Looking for Houston. Throw 40, 45. He has a first down out of bounds. Great play by Jeff Crosby. Kept his hand up as if he was going to throw the ball. The BHS defenders kind of respected that.
Right here, you'll see him rolling out. Here's what he does. He points to like, go, go, go. I'm going to throw it. No, I'm not. I'm going to pick up a first down and keep the chains moving.
A lot of composure by Jeff Crosby, the junior quarterback for the Golden Hawks. 9:14 to play. Centennial 10, BHS 12. The Golden Hawks at the BHS 47-yard line. Montgomery hit immediately and dropped.
You know, and that's what's going to happen from time to time.
Jason Powell. Good job in the middle for BHS.
Yeah, Powell's done a good job of sliding in between the big guys and making some tackles in the backfield.
Jason's about 5'8", 185, Brian. 5'8", 185. It's tough. Second down 10 for Centennial. Crosby to throw. Two-step draw the pass complete to White. At the 40-yard line, tackled by Dover. About 4 yards to go for the first down.
And Brian did a good job of going down there and catching the ball. White, I'm sorry, did a good job of catching the ball on that play. The ball was low. Does a good job of going down, putting his arms underneath it, and securing the catch. He wasn't worried about running. And he puts his team now. He gives them a good chance to pick up a first down with only a 3rd and 4.
Well, Josh Shirley had a big return for BHS in the first half. And Mike Montgomery, the long one for Centennial in the second half. BHS leads by 2. 3rd down 4 for the Golden Hawks. The ball ground pitch back. Williams 40-yard line, puts his head down. I should have the first down. It depends on the spot. Berkshire, Watkins, Barville for BHS. Williams showing his power.
Yeah, and that was just a nifty little play right there by Coach Nixon. He put the receivers off to the wide side of the field. They invert the coverage to go over there. The little shorthand on the weak side. And you go back that way and pick up a first down right here. Take the dive, come out, pitch, let your running back pick up the first down. As 2 people went to the pitch man. To the quarterback, nobody on the pitch man.
First and 10 for the Golden Hawks at the BHS 35-yard line. 7:51 on the clock. White for the Golden Hawks. Montgomery, Williams behind Crosby. BHS trying to stack up against the run. Looking for the blitz. Ball given to Keller Williams. Slides his way to about the 33-yard line.
Williams stopped by
Carr.
Dover.
And Dover will stop for BHS.
You know, this is a good drive by the Golden Hawks right here. They're eating up the clock. They're taking small chunks here and there. Sometimes they might not get any yardage. And they pick up 4 or 5 yards, and they put themselves in 3rd and relatively short, where they can have a good chance to pick up the first down, and they're moving the ball.
Second down 8 for Centennial. Here's the wide left for the Golden Hawks and BHS territory at the 34. Montgomery in the backfield and blitzed down. Wow.
Montgomery stopped by Powell.
Well hit by Powell and Carr.
Yeah, and they did a good job of filling that hole because they didn't fill it earlier when he took off on that long touchdown. But right here, you see Carr just come in and hit him, twist him around. And then Powell finishes them off.
That hit turned Montgomery sideways. Very difficult to do. But Montgomery has been the main ball carrier for the Golden Hawks in the second half. White. Wide right. 3rd and 10. Cross to the front, comes the pressure. Over the ball, Williams out of the backfield to the 30-yard line. Breaks the tackle. Close to the first down. He's going to dive on the 25-yard line. Great effort by Kyle Williams.
And that's a great, like you said, that's a great effort right there. That's just a player running that first down. And he makes it slip through one tackle and it just takes a big leap. And it's going to be very close to the first down if it's not one. And they're calling the first down. That's just a great individual effort. Right here, Crosby does a good job. Gets rid of the ball. Backpedaling, no less. And right here, Williams just wants that first down. Shirley comes up, doesn't wrap him up and hold him. Good dive for that first down.
They're both tackled by Josh Shirley. First and 10 from the Golden Hawks at the BHS 25-yard line. Keller Williams hit and dropped on the line of scrimmage. Chambers in the backfield initially. Excellent pursuit. Penetration by the drillers. The BHS players down on the field. They have been slugging out for 4 quarters with Centennial.
You know, this is exactly the kind of game that Centennial wanted to play into. A rock 'em, sock 'em kind of game. Keep the score down low. You know, let our big front line just wear you down. And that's what they've done. And they've executed their game plan. I think BHS had a chance to put them in their game plan of making them speed the game up more and have to try to make a comeback, but they weren't able to capitalize early when they had the ball inside the 25-yard line twice.
We'll have to count the number of that BHS player who's down on the ground.
Second home run.
Barry hit 2 home runs tonight.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what the Dodgers get, and I'm a Dodger fan.
Talk about a guy on a roll, man.
That's what they get.
We still haven't picked up the number of our BHS players.
No.
They have been plugging it out with Centennial all night long. 5:48 to play in a ball game. BHS 12 of the Golden Hawks 10. Centennial facing a 2nd and 10 situation at the BHS 25-yard line. Brian Sullivan on the sideline looking for a possible field goal.
Foothill 28.
Yeah, he warmed up because he could be the difference in this game. He can put a 3 on the board because the Phillies haven't put the ball offensively in the end zone. Player's sitting up now.
Now the player's still down on the field for BHS.
Earl Johnson.
Earl Johnson, the 4th. Number 53. Being helped off the field by the BHS coaches. Second down for the Golden Hawks. 2nd and 10. Crosby, the quarterback for the Golden Hawks. Play action roll to his right. Here comes the pressure. He unloads it. They don't call intentional grounding.
And Virtue's putting the pressure on there, and he does a good job of getting rid of the ball. He had a receiver there. Chris Houston right there.
Well, the receiver was somewhere close to the ball.
He was close enough.
You know, he basically unloaded it as he was going to get hit.
So all you got to do is have him out there and get it near him. You know you get it near him, they're not going to call it.
Okay, 3rd and 10 for the Golden Hawks. 5:23 to play in the game. Fires from Montgomery, runs behind him. BHS on D. Kelly Williams, goes 20-yard run, holds a man inside the 15.
Kelly Williams.
Does he have another first down? What a great individual effort by Kelly Williams. Highlight play.
Yeah, he's going to be close again if he doesn't. I mean, he's just doing a good job of just putting his nose down and picking up these first downs. Right here, he makes a nice cut back in the hole. Going to hurdle over a man. And here again, just his desire just to get to that first down marker.
And Kelly Williams coming alive here in the 4th quarter for the Golden Hawks. 2 great efforts for first down by him.
Well, they're definitely in field goal range now.
5 minutes to play in the ball game. Split back to Montgomery and Williams. Behind Jeff Crosby at BHS 15. Williams hit immediately thrown down. Great play by the throwers, Virtue. He snelled it out.
Yes, he did, and that's what I said earlier. They're moving those linebackers up close to the line. He's sending the linebackers now to disrupt that offense. Right there, Virtue goes right through the hole behind the lineman, uses his quickness and speed, and makes a tackle 4 or 5 yards in the backfield.
About a 5-yard loss.
And that could be all the difference in the world if we're going for a field goal if they can hold him for 2 more downs.
2nd and 15 for Centennial. That'll be at the 20-yard line. 4:20 to play in the ball game. Crosby. Williams hit in the backfield and dropped by 3 throwers. Powell. Rose, Dover, Brazil.
And this defensive line, they've been getting moved around all game long, but Coach Harnett has done something a little different Right here, we're going to see Powell get in the backfield with his mates right there, and they just make it slow on the tackle. But what they're doing, they're moving their linebackers almost all over the line. They're just coming through the holes now. They're just saying, if you're going to run that, we're going to bring the house.
Amen. Yes. Eric Chance given credit. 89 to BHS. Eric Chance. 3:41 to play the ball game. Third and long for the Golden Hawks. 3rd and 20. They have to get to the 5-yard line. Garrett White, Houston. Line up wide right. Long count for Crosby. Play action. Looking left. Throws it away. Kind for Nick Seeley. Chambers on the coverage. Centennial was confused on 3rd down.
And the Driller defense, like I said, this half and those last drives have been pushed around. They sucked it up right there. They put the pressure. They brought it right at the middle of their linebacker. And they made 2 big stops and then sniffed out the screen pass.
They'll look at that play off.
This will be a tough kick right here. We're talking about 42 yards.
Long field goal. Solo the attempt for Centennial, 42 yards away. Hold by White. Kick. No good! They're short and low.
They're short now. And now the Driller offense has to get, the offensive line has to suck it up now, and they have to put some first downs. There's only 1 timeout left, and get this game in this game for the defense. So that defense has done their job. They have an opportunity. Now it's time for the offense. They haven't been spectacular, but they have a chance now to clinch it.
After 2 great efforts by Keller Williams, Bertram made a play. Sacked him for a 5-yard loss. And the next play, they dropped Centennial for another 4 or 5-yard loss. Defense came alive, made him a longer field goal attempt. Bertram on the carry, and he is smacked down by the Golden Hawks on D. This team's going back and forth on defense tonight. A great ball game.
It has been. It may not have been an exciting game in terms of a lot of points being scored, but there's been a lot of big plays by both defenses, and there have been some spectacular plays here and there on offense and special teams.
Well, we'll call a 2nd and 10 for BHS. After on the 20-yard line. The clock is rolling at 2:40 to play. BHS 12, Centennial 10. Over QB. Bertram in motion. Goes both ways. Picks back Thomas Scansel. Cuts back 20-yard line. 4:30. First down for BHS.
And that could be the ball game right there because there's only 1 timeout left, and they had to get the first down or 2, and that's what they did. Now you just let the clock roll out. Woo!
And the clock at 2:15 to play in the ball game. Big first down by Thomas Scansel. And a block on front by BHS. The throws at their own 30-yard line. Bercher stands behind Dover. Bercher next throw about the 37-yard line. BHS now controlling the clock. 1:50 to play in the ball game. A 2-point lead for the Drillers. They would like to keep this ball for the rest of the time. I didn't have to punt. Clock is rolling. It is running. The Drillers trying to make it 4-0. Drops Centennial to 2-1. BHS is the top-ranked team in the Central section. The defense is outstanding. All season long, pitch back Thomas Scansel. One cut back. 35. Left the 37-yard line. Thrown under by a number of Golden Hawks. 1:10 to play the ball game. Brian Adams will join Kevin Clifton for the presentation of the Roadrunner High School Online Speech of the Week. At this point, it is Josh Shirley of BHS. He had that interception return in the first half with about 2:12 to play in the second quarter, which gave BHS a 10-0 lead. Mike Montgomery had a 49-yard run for a touchdown for Centennial in the third quarter as they came back to tie the game 10-10. The BHS went ahead on a high snap over the head of the punter for Centennial as they kicked it through the end zone. That's where we stand at 12-10. What do I like to play in the ball game? BHS going for the second consecutive victory over the Golden Hawks. I'm looking to lead the series by a count of 4-3 in the seventh year of the series. Third down 5 for BHS. Connor Stanislav in the backfield. There we fourth down for BHS. Fourth down for the Drillers. They're taking their time running out to the field. The Golden Hawks looking to have the ball one more time as the clock is ticking. Dover standing back to the 20-yard line. The Golden Hawks have to block this punt. They have to block this punt. Dover taking his time, letting that clock roll. He will take the 5 yards if he has to. They'll take the 5-yard penalty. There'll be 21 seconds left in the game. Dover will be punting from his own 15-yard line. Houston, the deep man for the Golden Hawks, inside his 40-yard line. But Centennial has to go for a block. Nice snap, gets it off. Beautiful punt by Matthew Dover. Houston on 40-yard line, 45, 40. You got to get out of bounds. 43-yard line. Great punt by Matthew Dover. Nice return by Houston. Return to about 12 yards. First and 10 for the Golden Hawks at their own 43-yard line. There's BHS 12, Centennial 10. CNN aside, Time Warner Cable Channel 31. High school football game of the week. Mark up with Brian Adams. Crosby at QB. Looking right. Up and out. Helmy sack at the 40-yard line. BHS defense coming alive once again. The clock is rolling. 5 seconds. 4, 3. And he throws it down. We are down for our final play of the game as Crosby spiked the ball. Wow. That sack really hurt you. An awful lot of time off the clock after that sack. He had trouble getting the team back to the line of scrimmage. 1 second left. This will be the final play of the game for either team. 12-10 Drillers. Now the Gold Hawks will have White, Alexander. Three receivers wide to the right. Keller Williams, Williams wide left. Shotgun formation. Crosby looking right from his own 30-yard line. Throws along the right sideline. It is incomplete. The Drillers win. BHS 12, Centennial 2. The second consecutive victory by BHS over Centennial as they lead the series 4-3. The Drillers now 4-0. The Golden Hawks 2-1-1. Our signature of the week, number 32 for BHS, Josh Shirley. You will hear from Brian Adams and company in just a moment. The final score once again, BHS 12, Centennial 10. You're watching the high school football game of the week right here on CNSI, Time Warner Cable Channel 31, Digital 106.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Time Warner Cable.
We have a big family, and it's hard getting together sometimes. Now they get runs on Sundays, we can meet for lunch, and do some shopping.
Make life a little easier and ride Get any day of the week.
I love my job, but getting here and home used to be difficult. Now that Get runs later at night and on weekends, my life is a lot easier.
Make life a little easier and ride Get evenings and weekends.
Get here, get there, get
Over the years, Time Warner's been delivering you a new perspective on the world, a chance to explore your passions, a way to keep you in touch with your local community, not to mention endless entertainment. With our commitment to quality local service, on-time guarantees, and the best programming available, why would you look to anyone else? Time Warner Cable.
Imagine what's next.
We are saying thank you to one of the greatest hockey players ever to play the game. For the third time in a row, they are the world champions.
The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular stat psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
The final score tonight from Golden Hawk Stadium, BHS 12, Centennial 10. Josh Shirley, the speedster of the week, for a fine interception return in the second quarter, which kind of paved the way for BHS in this ball game as they run off to a 10-0 lead. Brian Adams.
We're here with Josh Shirley. He made the big play in tonight's game. Had an interception on a hook route. Took it to the house for a touchdown. It ended up being the touchdown that really saved the Drillers for a win. I'm here with Kevin. He's going to present the Roadrunner Speedster of the Week.
Josh, that was a great play in the second quarter there. I'm going to present you with a plaque to commemorate the moment, okay? As you are our Roadrunner High Speed Online Speedster of the Week and your exclusive Roadrunner Speedster of the Week t-shirt, okay?
Thank you.
Wear it proudly.
All right, I will. Thank you.
And congratulations, Josh. Great game today.
Thank you.
And you sealed the victory for your team.
Yeah. Still got the W.
That's good.